Have you ever talked to someone who seems to have everything going wrong in their life? You as a Christian know the hope that Jesus offers, and you try to offer it to them, but they consistently reject you. Why does this happen, and how should we as Christians respond? Hey guys, I'm Aaron with the Stint Leadership Team, back with another Stint Take. I want to address a question we got from Chloe. Her question was this. It says, why does it seem like the people who need the hope the most turn you down? Now, maybe you've experienced this. You may have a close friend or a family member who you can see is hurting and is maybe in a dark place due to several different types of circumstances. It's so tough to see him there. On top of that, as Christians, we're called to spread the good news of Jesus that gives hope and gives life, but people reject it so often. Why does this happen? Well, obviously there could be many reasons why they reject it, but I want to talk about a sort of overarching reason that we can gather from Scripture. Let's start in 1 Corinthians 1:18. It says, "The message of the cross is foolish to those who are headed for destruction, but we who are being saved know it's the very power of God." We as Christians have a different perspective on the hope and peace and love that God gives us. That's not at all to elevate us, but only to elevate Jesus. And unfortunately, the world promises hope in so many ways. We've been burned by so many of the world's attempts for hope, but they all fall short. And when we're encouraged to put hope in a new president or a better doctor or a new marriage or more money or all of things like these, we get burned constantly. And when this happens, our understanding of hope is tarnished and we start to lose trust in hope. Let me also give you this analogy. Several years ago, my wife and I took a trip to Colorado. We rented a cabin, had a great week there. The best time seeing the Rocky Mountains. The cabin was great, so peaceful, just a great time of refreshing and a great overall experience. Well, naturally, when we got back, people asked us, "How was your trip?" And we explained it in the best way we could. We showed them pictures, strongly recommended it to anyone we talked with, and even gave them the link for the specific cabin we rented. Not one person we talked to got as excited as we were to even tell them about the trip. They had the same reaction. "Oh, cool, that's great. Glad you had a good time." The same can be true about Christianity. Because we're in a different place than unbelievers, we understand and have experienced the hope that Christ offers. And we know that God is the only answer to our hopelessness, and He alone offers a living hope through Jesus. So how do we respond? Keep sowing seeds. We are called to keep spreading the hope of the gospel. We can be encouraged to know that we are doing what God has called us to do. Also, rest in this scripture. In 1 Corinthians 3:7, Paul tells us it's not important who does the planting or who does the watering. What's important is that God makes the seed grow. We can maintain our hope and faith in that it's not up to us to grow the seed. We're called to faithfully proclaim the gospel and the hope of Jesus. God will take care of the rest. So keep it up. Keep telling people about the hope that Christ offers. In such a hopeless world, let's continue to spread the good news about Jesus. Thank you again, Chloe, for this great question. And those of you watching, please continue to send in more questions. We'd love to keep tackling what you are working through. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.
If you want to learn more about this topic and many others, or about our cost-free Stint internship, visit toddbecker.org/stint.